Walia. Let's quickly start with the latest coming across from the state of Gujarat, especially with regards to Medha Patkar, the activist, having joined the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Remember, the BJP raked up the issue, hit out at the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi for marching with activist Medha Patkar close to a week ago on his Bharat Jodo Yatra march that is traversing the length of the country. In the meanwhile, Times Now has spoken to Medha Patkar. Here's that conversation. Listen in.
Joining me is social activist Medha Patkar ji. Medha ji, बीच में recently you had joined the Bharat Jodo Yatra. That is when PM Modi as well as several other BJP leaders had accused you of not wanting to give water to Gujarat or to the villages of Gujarat, and also saying that you are joining hands with Rahul Gandhi, so Rahul Gandhi also supports that fact. How do you look at that allegation, particularly from the BJP leaders?
When we had not even discussed Narmada issue with Rahul Gandhi ji, how can they conclude about his position on Narmada issue? Another thing is, when we went to join Bharat Jodo Yatra, the main message is that the hate should quit this country. It is not just quit India, it is quit hate. Or our campaign in more than 300 districts across the country is already on, and that also has a slogan and a pledge of Nafrat Chodo, Samvidhan Bachao. So we want any political leader like Rahul Gandhi, a young leader coming down to earth and meeting the thousands of people, inviting people's organizations, listening to them peacefully and giving his immediate opinion, but agreeing to discuss the issues even after the yatra is something which we admit is the real alternative political line of action, and we accept that, we respect that, and that's why we went to support. We gave our memorandums. What is wrong in it? That doesn't mean that we have become a member of Congress or an office bearer of Congress. If we discuss anything with any other party, whether it is the left front party, which also discusses with us many issues, or Samajwadi Party. When I went to Uttar Pradesh, that happens. I could meet Mr. Stalin in Tamil Nadu. What is wrong? Meeting cannot be prevented and forbidden, and that has somehow scared the Gujarat politicians, because they feel that that would divert the votes away from their party to Congress. And sometimes they are afraid of Aam Aadmi Party, which also I am not a member of. How can they say that they are going to make me Chief Minister of Gujarat? It's laughable.
One question to you. While addressing the media now, you mentioned about the fact that how Gujarat, basically you were pointing towards how Gujarat leaders have looted other states, the neighboring states, for their own benefits. Now, how do you basically sustain this charge?
It's not sustaining, it is proving the charge. I have the documents. Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh was opposing Sardar Sarovar throughout 10 years period when tribunal was functioning. It's very unfortunate that the Interstate Water Dispute Act of India does not permit the tribunal to listen to the non-state actors. When we did the detailed fact-finding on the Krishna flood, the Bachawat tribunal refused to give us a hearing. Same thing happened in Narmada. For 10 years the tribunal worked, but tribunal did not visit even one Adivasi or displaced person's family or house or a village. They visited only 3 temples, Shulpaneshwar, Hapeshwar and Koteshwar. That's why the Adivasis are 50% of the affected people of Sardar Sarovar, but their mention is not in the tribunal award. And the Adivasis' special situation, when they were not encroachers, they were generations old communities, that we had to prove through the legal and mass action. But the tribunal had not taken cognizance of. Tribunal had not taken cognizance of the landless communities, of potters, of fish workers, of boatsmen, of shopkeepers. Everything we fought and fought, because in Madhya Pradesh, 40% of families, at least, are landless families in every affected village. So up till 2017, various government orders came in when we fasted for 17 days and we gherawed the Vallabh Bhavan Secretariat of Bhopal. So no one can really say anything offhand without studying the whole chronology, history and the reality of 37 years long struggle in which we had never stopped Gujarat's development, we had never stopped water supply to Kutch. On the other hand, we always insisted that the priority should be given to Kutch and Saurashtra and Uttar Gujarat. I had worked in Uttar Gujarat. I was staying in Bhiloda Tehsil of Sabarkantha district, working with 8 cooperatives of the Bankar, the Dalit, Adivasi and nomadic tribe families who had lost their land but were not rehabilitated, but they got the right to the drawdown land. So everything of Gujarat we know. I was a UNICEF consultant. I studied the child development services in whole of Gujarat. How can they say that we are against Gujarat? You know?
But one question, there are several Gujarat leaders, particularly in the run-up to the elections, they have been saying that this dam, Sardar Sarovar Dam, has benefited many villages of Gujarat, and also the Statue of Unity that has been built in the Kevadia region only, that has opened up tourism avenues as well. Now, you were basically opposing it. How would you like to, give a reply to their claims?
Yes. I am not saying that no benefits are received. I am saying that the expected benefits have not come true, because the water diversion to the companies really took away the water rights of many displaced persons who are rehabilitated, who were to rehabilitate with the irrigated land, but they have not got irrigation. Wherever they have got irrigation, they are happy, but many remain to be rehabilitated. In Kutch also, the farmers could have benefited immediately after the waters reached Kutch years ago, but because the small minor canal network is not built, the farmers did not get their right to irrigation water. Drinking water also is not reached to all 962 villages in Kutch. Their claims are exaggerated, is what we are saying. Their statistical information which is used to claim is also false in many aspects. And even in Saurashtra, because the small minor network is really in a very dilapidated situation, many farmers have to take the water from the canal using their diesel pumps, which are very costly. They are asking money from the Gram Panchayats, municipal corporations. Many of them cannot pay, so they do not get the benefit of Sardar Sarovar. All this is against their claims and the original plans.
A final question to you. You claim that there was basically...
And the Kevadia colony, I must answer that question. We have all the details. With these 6 villages which were displaced since 1961, Modi ji in his speech all the time says that Pandit Nehru initiated the work, I completed the work. You should know that Pandit Nehru did the Shilanyas in 1961 when there was no Sardar Sarovar of 455 feet existing. It was after 1961, in 1969, that the Interstate Water Dispute Tribunal had to be formed, and the award of the tribunal came in 1979. So Sardar Sarovar started since 1979, and Supreme Court had to stop it in 1995, saying that after 26 days of our fast and all party resolution in the Madhya Pradesh Assembly under the leadership of Digvijay Singh, that Supreme Court had to take cognizance and stop the project work from 1995 to 1999. And in 2000 again, the clearance was given, but with many conditions which were not fulfilled. So since 2002, again we had to go to the Supreme Court and fight the case. So everything was in the legal framework and basis of the legal provisions that we got achieved. And it is the Kevadia colony, 6 villages are not rehabilitated till today. It was in 2013, when the election was in the doorstep, that the Congress government of this thing at least took a decision, and Kevadia colony villagers were promised through a government order that they would be given land for land. And but after that, till today, they are not given land. Their grazing land, their cemetery, graveyard, everything is not accessible so easily. So they are still fighting them. Tourism. When tourism is the focus of Gujarat government today, and not really Narmada, its status, or the Sardar Sarovar benefits distributing justly, tourism, they said, would give employment to all. Now you listen to the videos which I can forward to you, that our Adivasis who started hawking business there, they are all removed, forcibly. They are not allowed by the police to function because big outside agencies they are bringing for building the malls, for carrying out the trade and so on. And the 6 villages land also is taken forcibly. And Prime Minister Modi ji recently called all the environment ministers near these 6 villages in Ekta Nagar and said that please understand how Sardar Sarovar was stopped by the urban Nakshals. They became the barriers. So please, you do not bring in environment clearance as a barrier in ease of doing business. Does that mean that ease of doing business doesn't have to look at the environmental laws and follow those? This is a very wrong message a Prime Minister gives. That means he can be considered as anti-environment. He can be considered as anti-tribal, anti-farmers, and this is what people are...
Final question to you. You mentioned about one illegal MOU signed between Maharashtra and the Gujarat government. What is that about? You just mention it in a...
You see, the distribution of...
Okay, so that's our conversation with activist Medha Patkar, who's